Itrivo members, today we're going to be going over the GM Business Mastercard underwritten by Goldman Sachs Bank. And what we're going to be covering in our video today is what we like about the GM Business Mastercard, as well as any approval requirements, how you can apply, and any extra tips and things to remember as you complete the application process. So to get started, we just want to talk a little bit about what we like about the GM Business Mastercard. And when you go to the application that we're going to do together in a moment, you'll see that they are offering a 0% APR for the first 12 months of having your account. So what that means is that you are not going to pay any interest on the balances that you carry for the first 12 months. And with the limits, we're seeing clients get approved for 30, 40, 50 grand on these accounts, which is, huge for a business credit card, to have that for your business and to be able to leverage, funding needs and whatnot. And so with the approvals, they also report to the business credit bureaus. And so you're going to get a very nice trade on your Experian business and your SBFE reports. And through the SBFE, then it will show up on your Equifax report as well. And as you can see, we do have this on layer 6 of our program, which means that you would have gone through layer 1 through 5 already. And so you would have established a very, very strong foundation of business credit on all 3 business credit bureaus, which is what sets you up to achieve those high limits. If you, jump the gun and you apply for this account, early on in the program, it's not to say that you won't get approved. You may still get approved, but your limits could be much lower. So we do recommend that you, stay the course, get through the first 5 layers of the program before you apply for this account so that you do, secure one of those very high limits for your company. And the number one thing that we love about this account is that you can get it approved with only a soft pull on your personal credit. So they're going to be pulling your business Equifax and your personal Equifax reports. But if you follow all of our tips and tricks that we're going to, go through on the application process, you can avoid getting a hard inquiry on your personal credit, which is, we all know that that's huge in, trying to get funding for your business to avoid racking up those inquiries on your personal credit. And then lastly, there's no personal reporting on this account. So what that means is that as you, put debt on that, card and rack up the balance, it's not going to report on your personal credit to drag your scores down. So it stays only on the business. And that's huge, when you're running your business and, even when you started out, you might have, used your personal credit to kind of help, get your company along. And this is one of those cards that kind of helps you separate those things out. So really great card. And we're just going to go ahead and jump on over to the portal now and go through the application process with you. So when you get into your membership portal, you will see on layer 6 of the program, this is where we're going to apply for this account. And we already went over the reports that they pull, where they report, and all that good stuff that you can refer back to your membership portal to remind yourself. We're just going to go on down to the action tools, where we're going to go through all of the steps for the application process. Now, I do want to remind you, read all of these steps in their entirety before you start the application process. There's some really important things to remember. And, one of those things is that in order to avoid the hard inquiry on your Equifax personal reports, we do recommend that you set up a Equifax monitoring account if you don't already have one for your personal credit. And that allows you to go ahead and freeze your Equifax report, which is going to be come into play during this application process. So we do have some guidance in our tech tips and our true guidance sections of the portal to kind of help you walk that out. So we're going to get started here and go to application, which we have open in our browser here. And as you can see, they, talk about the 0% APR. They talk about applying with no impact to your personal credit score. So we're just going to go ahead and click the Apply Now button. And that's going to take us to tell us about yourself. And this is going to be your personal information that you're going to put in these fields. And so you're just going to fill out your basic information, your name, your email, your phone number, your date of birth, your social, all that good stuff. One field that I want to draw your attention to is the residential address. And in that, you want to make sure that you use the address that you have on your Equifax report and or your driver's license or ID. The reason being for that is that we've had clients report back that they initially got declined for the account because the address didn't match what they had on either their personal credit report or on their driver's license. So make sure you put in there what is currently on those things. And then you're just going to fill out all of this information. You're going to click the box agreeing to the soft pull on your personal, and you're going to click continue on to the next screen. The next screen is going to be tell us about your business. And on this form, you're just going to put all of your business details. I do want to draw your attention to the fact that you do want to put the information matching your Secretary of State and what's on your business credit bureau. So all your how your company name is formatted, your address, all that good stuff. You want to have it matching your business phone number. That's really important as well. And then as you go down, they're going to ask you for your annual business revenue. Now, on this field, we realize that some businesses are fairly new, maybe not be generating that much revenue yet. And we have heard certain representatives, executives of different banks, Chase, B of A, have said that a lot of bank issuers do allow you to put projected numbers in there off of, like a business plan or anything like that. So that's something to keep in mind as well as you're completing this application. And then in the last two fields is going to be in business since. So they're asking you for how many years you've been in business. Now, this is not asking you for your incorporation date. It's asking you for the years that you have been in business. So this is going to be the year that your business was conceived. So with that, creditors do want to see at least 2 to 3 years in business. So just keep that in mind when you're completing this application. And then same thing goes for employees. That can also be a projection. And creditors typically want to see a number north of, 8 to 10 employees. So then you're just going to, once you have all of that information filled out, you're going to click your box agreeing to the business credit report authorization and click continue. Now, what's going to happen next is that you're going to get a pop-up on your screen that's going to give you your offer. If you were approved for the account, they're going to give you an offer. That's where you're going to see that 30, 40, 50 grand or whatever they are giving you for that approval. And before you accept that offer, this is where that Equifax credit freeze comes into play. So initially you had your Equifax report unfrozen. Now you are going to freeze your personal Equifax report. You're going to go ahead and do that freeze before you accept the offer. And that's where it's going to alleviate that hard inquiry on your Equifax report. And then so once you accept that offer, it will take you to all of the steps to go ahead and set up your online account. And then what's really great about this account is that they also give you a virtual card that you can start using to make your purchases and whatnot before you get your physical cards in the mail. Now, if they do come back and ask for further review, they may ask you for, identification documents such as your driver's license or whatever. just make sure that you send those over to them and follow up and see if they're able to, complete their review process and approve the account. If for any reason they don't, and they say that, they weren't able to verify your information, you will have to wait 30 days to reapply. But we've had many clients who were able to, correct the information and then reapply in 30 days and receive an approval. So I hope all of this has helped you out. I do just want to go back and review with you on the things to remember is that we want to make sure that we remember that this account does require good business and personal credit on your Equifax reports. And that if you don't have a personal credit monitoring account with Equifax, you do want to get that set up prior to starting this application. And then when you get that pop-up with your offer, make sure that you freeze your Equifax report so that you don't get that hard pull on your personal credit. And then, occasionally they will require some more verification documents. So make sure that you get those back to them in a timely fashion so that you can get that approval. And I thank you so much for joining us today and walking through this application with us. I wish you all the success with the GM Business Mastercard application. Until next time, thank you and bye-bye.